everyone. It's Leslie Ray and Sam for Leslie Ray's Crafty Gig. We are joining you on this Christmas Eve.
New shirt. That's the shirt.
You'll get up here so people can see your shirt. Okay, get up here. All right.
Shirt.
There you go. So, we are getting ready for our family to get here. Mom and Dad will be here on Sunday, and so we're getting all kinds of fun stuff together and
trying to. We got presents already.
Trying to.
I didn't do that.
Trying to get everything going and cooking and and everything, and someone's really excited. What was on the tree when you came in this afternoon from helping Daddy? What'd you find on the tree?
What? Socks.
Christmas socks.
Christmas socks.
With penguins on them.
It's penguins on them. They're making me serious.
Anyway, she was very excited to find Christmas socks, and somebody had wrapped presents and put them under the tree.
I did.
You did not. I wrapped the presents.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, man.
There's lots of presents, but I don't ever put the name tags on until the night before. So,
you gotta be kidding me.
So nobody knows what anybody's getting. No, they're all just mystery boxes at this point. It is exciting at my house. So, I do have... If
you want to go to our house, you could see the presents under it.
So,
be quiet.
Because I have some presents to work on for people who are awake right now, and for people who are in another town, I'm not going to do those on the air because they get to see them first. And so you might get to see some posts about them later. But what I want to work on is something that I will actually probably use on Sunday, definitely. But I'll probably make some more to use like New Year's Eve and for other things.
For Christmas Eve.
And so there's really kind of two parts here to this.
Ow.
And I posted on Facebook, and I'll post it on my blog. But if you have access to my Scribd, they're already up there on Scribd also. Let's turn this down. Let's turn this down so people can see what we're making. Let me get Leslie Ray out of the way. Okay.
I will hold it.
Okay. Hey, put it. Okay, you hold it. All right, there you go. Hold it still. Okay, we're making these. You know what these are?
Oh. Ow.
Aw, thank you, Dawn. They are pretty. They can be pretty. These are like little wine glass rings. And I'm going to show you how to, wine glass identifiers. Well, we don't drink a whole lot of wine at our house, but we do have some water goblets that we can put them on. But also, we could put them on our coffee mugs. Because, your mugs have a handle. And so, I think after today, this one might be mine. I'm not sure. But,
where's his mug?
This is Humbug.
Oh my God.
So, I'm going to show you how to do the whole shooting match. I know you can buy the wires, and people have been buying the wires, and I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily make a wire. This one's rather large because I used a large template, but we can make a smaller one. Show you how to make this little doojobber here. This is real simple and easy and cheap. And then I'm going to show you how to make these cha-cha buttons, or these cha-cha beads, because they're a lot of fun, and I'm addicted to making these beads, and so it's my job to get you addicted to my addictions. I had a bracelet on my blog that I had made these beads with, and hi Joy, glad you could make it. And and I made these beads on that blog post, but that was for the Sakura blog post, so that tutorial didn't fall onto my post. I just give you a link to go over to Sakura and learn over there. But I'm gonna make you a video on how to do these tonight with this. So this is really pretty easy, and once you get started making these, you are gonna be addicted. Hi, Seeking for Art. So here, sit over here so you can make stuff with us. In case y'all missed it, I have a helper. This is my helper tonight. It's Sam the Mantha.
Not Will.
Not Will, Sam the Mantha. So let's start with the part that needs to dry. We're going to start with this glass part. Let me see if I can get this zoomed in a little bit for y'all so you can see better.
That's good. And how better?
Yep.
So I can
okay.
See.
Now, I chose for my things to use some pretty simple stuff. I'm going to take this apart real quick so you can kind of see what we're doing here. Okay. What this is are some of these, what they call accent gems. Okay. I found the long, clear ones at the Dollar Tree. And they come in a bag like this, a full, big old walking bag of them. And they're cute. They're long and they look like jelly beans almost. But
and mine are circles.
And Sam has the circle ones. We also found these at the Dollar Tree. You can get these in clear, but you can also get these in colors. And I like to use the clear ones for these kinds of projects. They also have some. Yes, exactly. So you can see the words. They also have some clear ones that have a little bit of a shimmer to them. But these I got at the Dollar Tree. So
she really did got them to the Dollar Tree, Nana.
Well, Aunt Joy was asking us.
Oh.
Okay. So, but they're called accent gems. You can get these at like Walmart and other places like that. I've seen them there. These I got at the Dollar Tree.
Those are almost looking like pills.
They could. Yes, definitely.
Mine are circle pills.
Now, I am going to use Sakura 3D Crystal Lacquer to put mine on.
Yeah.
You could use other products that are of the lacquer quality. I just prefer this product. I'm on their design team, and I get to play with this product a lot, and I just really prefer how it works. The other thing I'm going to use is I'm going to use some E6000 to put my jump ring on. And you can either make your jump rings or you can just buy some. And I have like a tube full of little jump rings and stuff, and that's what I'm going to use. It's just some pre-made ones. Now, the other part is, no, give me the E6000. You don't need that. The other part is that I have pre-printed out and spaced them. And what I printed out, this is, whoa, it doesn't like this. Sorry, guys. What I printed out was
words.
Some Christmas words. Come on. Focus on that. Hang on. There we go. I printed out some Christmas words like Santa, Rudolph, peace, joy. The font I used for those was like a CK Christmas font, if y'all are familiar with the CK fonts. But these down here, the names that I printed out, I printed those with a font called US, and it's a free font on dafont.com. And you can use stuff like that, or you can, if you would.
Look like little ISIS.
Yes, ma'am. Don't eat them though. If you wanted to, if you didn't want to do names, you could instead do images that reminded you of people, and you could use magazines. You could use photos. If you want to actually use a photo and use one of the little clear drops and put somebody's photo underneath it, you could do that if you had photos of all the people coming to your house or whatever.
Mama, you spelled his name right there.
I did. Whose name is that right there?
Sam.
Okay. And see, for these, we could use the circles because they're small enough. And when I put them on here, I spaced them apart enough so that you, I think I put like 36 points between them so that I could put these on here. Now, what we're going to do is so these will dry and have plenty of time to dry. I'm fixing to affix these down. And when you're affixing these down, you just need a little. You know, dot, 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 use a little, not a lot. Okay? Yes, exactly. Joy said she uses the round ones with mosaics and put pictures behind them. And you use this glue, Joy? The Sakura 3D crystal lacquer? Because if you use this glue, you need to start sending me some pictures, and I will share that with the Sakura people. They love to see how their product is used.
Mama?
Yes, ma'am. And I'm putting, and actually this is probably a little more than I need to do this. You see that big old drop? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some on another thing here. But I've measured them
my name is Zigger.
so that they fit pretty good. And I just did this on my inkjet printer and with fonts I had. If you want some festive looking fonts, you can go to like Google and Google Christmas fonts or dafont.com. I've seen a lot of people putting fonts on Pinterest. And this doesn't take very long to set. I mean, you just pretty much, you go like this and see, look, these aren't moving. I'm pushing on these. These aren't moving. These are the ones that Sam glued down. They're not moving. Okay, hang on. Can we see if it's straight? Can we make Mommy straight? I know Mommy seems a little off kilter today, but can we make her straight? Okay.
Where's Daddy? Where's Daddy's name?
Yes, exactly. Where's Daddy's name? It's the one that says Daddy.
Daddy.
Papa Mike can get a circle too. He's got a little name.
Oh, Daddy's long. Do you know what, guys? Leslie Ray's mom, he actually fall on his chin and hurt it. So it healed really fast.
That was Papa, not my mom.
I said
and Papa probably didn't want everybody on the planet knowing that. Daddy's fine. Just so you know. Sorry, Papa. I know. He didn't fall, he tripped. And there is a big distinction there. He was walking and something got under his feet and he kind of flew through the air and landed on his chin.
Landed on his chin.
But he's okay. He's doing fine.
It healed really fast. I saw that.
It healed really fast, I'm told. Okay, that's plenty of glue. Alright. So my gluer has got his gluing. And what we're going to do... Hi, Pam. I hope you can stay in tonight, too. Okay. We've glued these down so that they can start setting. We need to move this down on Papa's name. Okay. And I'm going to let them sit here and dry before I try to take them and cut around them. If I was really impatient, I could go ahead and cut around them, but I'm not going to. We're going to do this. So. Okay, I'm done with these glass marbles. Are you done with glass marbles?
No.
No? Well, I don't think you need 20. How about, like, 5? Okay? Alright. Move some of these glass marbles out of the way. Pam, what we've done so far is glued some glass blobs onto some paper. And these are getting ready for, we're going to make little charms out of these for my, yeah, they're the floral marbles. They're called accent gems. These we got at the Dollar Tree. And so, and these are going to become little charms, like this one. So that we can add it onto,
put it on this mug.
Onto a mug charm thing. Okay?
Our mug.
So I'm going to let these sit over here and dry while we work on this part. We'll come back and make the wire here in a minute. I'm going to move my wire tools out of the way. Now, what I talked to you about before you came in is I'm going to teach everybody how to make these fun beads. These are a lot of fun. And they're really super easy. And they're really easy now that I gave you a template. You have a ton of those? Or a ton of the little things?
Don't you cut the wire?
A ton of the little glass marbles?
Yep, I just got 5, so I need to skeet them over.
Okay. Now, I have gone ahead and pre-printed this, and as you see, this has little gray lines on it, and I've printed 2. I've made for you 2 templates. If you need to do this now, I posted it before the show.
That's really easy, Bev.
Bev's not in the room, baby. I posted before the show a couple of these templates, and I may make one maybe even bigger and maybe one a little bit smaller. But
I want to make a big one.
You want to make a big one? Okay. But the reason I made the lines on here gray is if you don't want to cut these with a paper cutter. Yes, just a minute. I'm going to cut this in half and give you half. If you don't want to cut this template with an X-Acto knife, or if you have extra special help while you're trying to do your project like I do, you can just follow the lines. And since I have extra special help a lot, I thought this template would be helpful, at least in my life. And what I've done is I've made you a template for beads that are 3/4 of an inch wide when they're done. And I've made you a template for beads that'll be a 1/2 inch wide. And this is just my take, and it's not entirely my take. It's a take on another bead crafter's idea. Years and years ago, people always wrap magazines and brochure pages around a toothpick to make beads. I mean, they're just paper beads, guys. But the thing with that is you were at the mercy of the magazine and what colors they use. And granted, magazines have come a long way. Brochures have come a long way. They have some really great colors now. But sometimes you just want a pink bead. Sometimes you just want an orange bead. Or just a green bead.
Or just a purple bead.
Or just a purple bead.
Or just a lime green bead.
Or just a lime green bead. That's right. And so doing this way,
gray bead.
gives you the option to do it how you want to do it, with the colors that match your project.
Pink.
Hi, Mommy. Sam proceeded to tell everybody about Superfly. Sorry. So here's the smaller ones if you want some smaller ones. So these first ones I cut out for you are out of the 3/4 template, and these are out of the 1/2" template. And both of those are on my fan page if you want to look there. Or on my script. And I will do a follow-up with photos and stuff like I did last time on my blog, and I will link them there as well. So you can come find them.
You got this.
Joy, I think Mom's asking if you're ready for Christmas.
I'm ready for Christmas.
With the grandbabies and such.
Happy Christmassy.
Okay. Normally, like I said, I would cut these out with my cutter or with a X-Acto knife and a ruler. But since I have my extra special helper, and I know Amanda always has her extra special helper,
Who
I
is it?
who's
Me.
what? Amanda's
Me.
extra special helper
Uh-huh.
is Jillian or Booga. I wanted to cut them with a scissor. I gave you a template so you could do that. I want to make some green ones. I made these lovely pink beads. I love my pink beads. I would not give anything for my pink beads. These are very cha-cha. I'm going to make more pink beads. But I want to make some green beads. So, and I think Sam is going to make some green beads. I may make some green and red beads. And all I'm using to color these with are my... Stop. Sam will be using lime green. All I'm using to color these with are my Bic markets. You could use any pen. You don't have to use Bic markets. Grammy wants to know, Sam, who likes lime green? You. I thought you liked pink.
I like pink and lime green.
You like pink and lime green?
Oh, and red and blue.
Okay, well, I'm going to use red. Alright, because I'm making Christmas ones. Now, to make a solid bead, I'm going to show you how to make a solid bead first. To make a solid bead, you just color down the edge of your bead. Okay?
You made that earlier.
You don't have to color all the way inside.
Excuse me. Okay, I'll do that. And
That would be an excellent idea to use the Christmas papers and stuff that you bought. That's another thing. If you like certain of your scrapbooking papers or wrapping papers and stuff, feel free to use those as your papers. You don't have to. But if you wanted to make one specific, this one's going to be all red. I'm going to do a skinny one. I'm going to do 2 little green skinny ones. And then we'll do these, and I'll show you what they look like. And then we'll do some striped ones. Because the striped ones are super easy too.
Mom,
yes, ma'am. Yes, just a minute. Just a minute, Flash.
Okay. I actually mark on.
Okay, well, pull your sleeves up so you don't mark on your sleeves.
Okay.
Okay. So there's that one.
I'm in the middle. And it falls. It falls.
Okay.
My sleeves are up.
Very cool.
What could I draw on?
That clear cast works really well on the on those tiles, Julie or Amanda.
Mina. And Julian. Mama.
I found last night that the best thing to put them on is like wax paper or parchment paper, so it doesn't stick real bad to those. Yeah, the clear cast doesn't smear anything. I did it with some photos and it did great. Now, what I'm going to use to make my bead with is just a simple skewer. You could also use a toothpick or anything skinny that you prefer. I'm not going to use this skewer because this skewer has a weird, like, divot out of it. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's a divot out of my skewer. I'm going to use this skewer. It's better. And so, the key to this is to not adhere your bead to your skewer, because then you won't get it off. So, what I like to do is before I do it is I like to just kind of to curl it a little bit, get it started. Sometimes I use this to curl it with. Just holding it in my hand. Get the paper conditioned and ready to curl. And when I did that, I could see right here is a white spot. I'm going to make sure I color that real quick so that I don't have any extra. Okay. So, now, some people don't recommend actually gluing anything on your bead till you get to the very end. And as you see, I'm just rolling it back and forth right here in my fingers. I can see a point in that, but I know me, and so I'm going to put a little right here towards the end, okay? Or not towards the end, but it's about maybe an inch into the bead, so that when I start rolling here in a minute, I'll catch into that glue. There we go. So now it's caught into that glue. And
do I need to glue it first?
no, go ahead and get it started, and then we'll put some glue on it. Okay? And I'm just rolling, rolling, rolling. That's a good idea, Joy, to just run just a hot iron. Like, when you say hot iron, do you mean like, is it on any of the settings for steam or anything, or just as hot as it can go, or?
I beat you.
You beaded me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm almost to the end here, and so I'm going to add some more lacquer. Now,
Can
if
I
my
have
lacquer,
on?
yeah, just a little.
Why?
Okay. I'm going to add this lacquer on, and it's okay in this case that the lacquer kind of hangs. You see I've got a shiny spot where it oozed out underneath. That's okay. Now this bead, I can kind of see some white hanging out, so I'm going to use my marker. Can I help you with your bead, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay.
It keeps on tying.
I know, because you didn't let me help you put some glue down here at the beginning of it. Okay, so here we go. Let me help you glue right here. Okay. But it was a good bead. It just needed some glue, okay? So here you go.
I need to make a red bead.
Okay, here. Finish your bead.
How you do it?
Like you did before, only finish it. So I'm going to kind of touch this one up because I can. You don't always have to touch them up. This one just seemed like it needed a little touch up. All right, now. And then the next thing I do after I get to this point is with the same lacquer that I've glued it all down with, I'm going to just gently put a little coat of lacquer on here.
Mama?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, a little bit of lacquer on yours. There you go. Okay, and then here we are. Sorry. Elmer's glue works real well to stick them, but this gives them a nice shiny coat. And since I was using this because I was doing a design team post with it, this is why I chose this product. But the crystal lacquer on the paper will glue almost immediately. And then this, I'm just getting the coat spread on here. And normally I have like a coffee cup or something hanging out that I can rest these on. Or if I had, if I was just making them and not lacquering them, I would put it in like a piece of foam. Yeah. And right now, all I'm doing, see how if I let it sit here, it starts to puddle right down there? I'm just kind of chasing it around because it won't take very long for it to stop doing that. And then once it stops doing that, I can set it upright. How's your bead? Let's show your bead. Wait a minute before you get too carried away. Here's Sam's bead.
Little stripey.
Hers is a little bit stripy. There you go.
Hey, can I crystal lacquer it too?
Yeah, you can crystal lacquer it too.
Yeah. How you do it?
Well, you don't put it on your thumb like that. You have somebody hold it for you like this.
Oh! Did you get it?
Nope, you can get it. Well, could you get us like my Tigger coffee cup? Please? Gently. You don't need to squeeze very hard. Come here. Come here. Come here. Flash. Let's do it over here in front of the camera. Let's do it like this. Here we go. Right there.
It's gonna make a big puddle.
Okay, hang on.
Turn.
Make it go. Hey, look. Will, we could definitely use a hand here. Ma'am, could you please get me my Tigger mug? Okay. Can I help operate the glue?
No, it's not glue.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Are you leaving me, Sam? 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 Oh, well. So much for Sam loving to craft with us, right? Are you back? You've decided to come back?
It's awkward. It's funny.
I understand, Will, but I asked you for a cup.
Silence!
Find me a coffee cup.
You. Silence! I kill you too.
Stop.
I got that.
Okay. And we need some more Kool-Aid. Will. Okay.
What?
There. And now I'm going to set them right here. Well, I'm going to set hers right here, and mine I'm going to drop on the floor. There we go. And I just checked to make sure I can still move them. Because if I wanted to, I could go ahead and transfer it to this other skewer. And see, Sam's was almost stuck there, so that was a good thing I moved that for a second.
Hey, mine is me.
Okay.
Yours is me.
Okay, so now I'm going to real quickly do my shorter bead.
And I
Are you gonna do a fat bead? And do a big bead?
be that one. Where's the paper? Yes, that's right. Hi.
And I'm gonna watch them because Sam's is still trying to drip, so I'm gonna kind of watch it go, around the edge and make sure it doesn't get drippy on one side.
Silence! I kill you.
Sam.
Silence! I kill you.
Sam.
It's funny.
Yes, but we're crafting. We're not watching Ahmed.
I'm in line. I'm in line. I'm in line. I'm in line. I'm trying to be mine. Those kids laughing.
And the only thing I'm really kind of watching on these beads is if I'm getting them kind of, centered, because I want my triangle bead to be nice and even.
Good boy. Those two laughing at it silence.
Yeah, I'm fixing to have to ask Bubba to turn the TV off and go into another room.
And watch it. He keeps laughing at it. Oh! Santa Claus is coming to town. And how do I say that then?
I'm glad your shoulder is better, Dawn. And here I am again putting some more lacquer on my bead. Yes, ma'am. Okay, you start it. You know how to start them. Get it started, and then I'll help you lacquer.
No lacquer at the bottom of mine.
Yeah, I said get it started, and then I'll help you lacquer.
What?
And I definitely want to get this one off this stick because my stick is kind of sticky.
Look, drop.
What?
Drop.
It dropped?
It's drop. It's about a good job.
I'll fix it. Just a minute. You're fixing Ham, the The piggy bank. Ah, poor Booga.
I'm about to win. Mommy.
What, Sam?
Uh,
Just okay. I'm ready. You ready? Let's hang on. Let's get some. Let's get some glue on it. Here you go.
That's crystal lacquer.
You're right. It's crystal lacquer.
You do it.
No, you do it. See, I made a nice, pretty pink bead
Little stripes on it.
with little stripes on it. Okay. There you go. Can you do a little bit of lacquer while I show them how to do a striped bead?
Okay.
Okay. Now, there's a couple of different ways to stripe it. If you do them equally on each side, then your stripes will make like rings, okay? But if you do it where your stripes aren't equal, then it'll make a it'll make it look like it's a tiger stripe or whatever. So what I mean by that is, I'm going to do this bead green and red. Yes, watch closely. Because what I'm going to do, and the only reason I'm drawing a stripe here, right here. Let's see. Let me fix my camera. Let's come back out this way. All right. The only reason I drew a stripe here is because that's going to tell me where to stop, okay? And then I'm going to do another one here. So this is going to be green, red, green. So I'm going to do my green down here. And I'm going to do my green up here. And then I'm going to do my red here.
Mom, help me.
Yes, ma'am. Let me do my red, and I will be your helper. Okay, I'm gonna do my red there. Okay. Here we go. Oh, you've almost got it. It looks great. There we go. It looks great. You did great. You've almost got it.
I'm touching it.
I know. You've got it almost great. You did super. I'm just getting a couple little spots right there and right there. See? And it's gonna do that. It's gonna do this. We're chasing around Sam's bead. There we go. I'm gonna stick it right here.
It's really fat.
It's a fat bead. It's a pretty bead. I like that bead.
Fat bead.
Yep. So. All right.
I'm going to watch TV, okay?
Okay. Thank you for helping me.
You're welcome.
You're an excellent helper. Everybody say bye, Sam. Okay. So, anyway, I've got green, red, green, right? I'm going to do it the same way. Before I even get started, I notice on my edge here. Hang on. Apparently, I can't color very well tonight. I'm never alone. I always have those voices in my head. Anyway. So, I'm just going down the edge because, like I said, apparently my coloring tonight is is less than stellar. And I don't want it to have red and white and green. But okay, there we go. So green, red, green. Alright. And I'm going to, again, roll it the exact same way that I rolled all the others. And what I'm watching here, can you see? I'm just making sure that this lines up because I'm fixing to start my red on my bead. Okay, see? Here's the red portion. Okay, so here's the red, and I'm going to go ahead and stick my glue on this end. Okay. Yeah, right, Muppet Newsflash. So isn't that cool? And so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this.
Voicemail received.
Or a lot of glue. This one I'm going to just go ahead and help get some of the glue off. Okay. And this one I'm almost stuck to my my skewer. Okay. Now let's do one where the bead is like stripy. It's not even like that. So instead of it being even on both sides, I'm going to color the end. The end's going to be one color. And then I'm going to make it not line up so that I'm going to stick it down to the glue that's on the thing here. Okay. Let me turn this over where you can see it better. Or here, better yet, put it on this piece of white paper here. Alright. And then I'm going to come in E6000 ruined my manicure? No. And come this way. And then, there we go. Okay, so you see, it's not even. It's got red across some green and green across some red, right? So, I go this way. And for whatever reason, doing this really does condition the paper and make it roll so much easier. And okay, and finish off this. And so now this bead looks more tiger stripy. And a little bit of white because I got carried away there. Which we can, if we want to. Maybe with a little green or whatever. So, I mean, depending on, you know, if you want, see if I can do this without knocking it against the pink. You know, if you want a solid bead or a single stripe or the more tigery stripe look. And then you could just play with it until you get whatever, you know, your favorite stripe is or your favorite colors are. It's really limitless, you know, to what you do. You could, of course, in this process, add glitter if you wanted to or whatever. Make it a sparkly bead. Um, so that has just a little bit of shine. And then in the drying process, it'll settle that bead down and you won't see all my fingerprints on it. Exactly. Pastels for Easter would be gorgeous. This style of bead with the striping is not really my favorite. I really like just the plain, you know, 2 stripes or 3 stripes, and I like the solid beads. I really like the 1/2-inch beads the best. Those are my favorite size. I was trying to see if someone hasn't moved my bracelet. My bracelet was up here. But maybe they've moved it. Yeah, black and white for zebra stripes would be really neat for all my friends who are big zebra stripy people. I don't see my bracelet up here, but somebody wants to go get the link to it off of my web. I think I have links on. Let's see. Off of my blog spot. Yeah, I'm turning links on. So anyway, let's go back to where we were. We started off here. Let's cut a couple of these out, and I'll show you how I handle one. Let's do Grammy. We'll do Grammy and we'll do Sam. Ah! Put some pins down here to get y'all back in there. You weren't even touching the keyboard, Pam. Were you talking to your keyboard and it did that? So, Sam glued these. They're glued kind of close, but they're still okay. Because what I'm going to do is, this is a great thing to do with my my Tim Holt scissors, because they have a, they will deal with the, thanks mommy, they'll deal with the adhesive. They won't stick to it. It'll come back off. I'm going to do it with this. This has a little bit of glue on the marble, and it will just, I'm just able to rub it off with my finger, where Sam had some glue on her finger. And then here's Grammy. And we'll go ahead and cut out Will's name since he was right there. Now, I'm just cutting kind of, you know, simply, nothing major, making sure I have no white showing on this, on this side. Now, the back looks like this right now. There's a little bit, if you look really close, that is a little lifted. We're going to take care of that with a fingernail file and just sand. And also get some of the glue off at the same time. This is the same thing if you were making magnets for your refrigerator. You would do this the same way and then add a magnet to it. And what you want to be sure of is, if your magnet, before you get too carried away sticking magnets on the backs of things, is will your magnet, and see I just kind of sanded around that. Sorry, can you see me now? I'm sanding. Y'all have seen me sand before. It's nothing magical. Make sure your magnet, if you put a magnet on here, that's M-A-G-N-E-T, magnet, that your magnet will support the weight of your rock. You can get those nice big fat rocks that are clear, the big squished marbles, and, you know, do the same technique with a printout icon or something off of the internet, or stamp it or whatever, and then glue it with the Secura 3D crystal lacquer, and then add to it a magnet. And you want to make sure your magnet will support the weight of your blob. What that means is, if you get one of the little magnets, like the back of a business card, or one of those real thin frames like I have, or not frames, but real thin calendars like I have from the school, and put on the back of that, the bigger the magnet piece, that's not going to support that weight. You're going to need the thicker magnets or the super magnets. The smaller ones might support that, but I would probably still put a little bit heavier one. You have a snowman on your fridge right now? Cool. Made out of these kinds of things? Joy? But anyway, this has been sanded on the back. It makes it look a little neater. Again, Grammy. We're sanding Grammy now. These make really cute sets. You know, do several of the same, put a magnet on them, and then alter a an Altoid tin and stick them in the tin to give as a gift. One of the presents, can y'all hear me? I have to talk low. One of the presents that I'm making for Sam is a kitchen cookie sheet, and I've covered it with some paper, and I'm making her sight words in these so that she can put sentences together on there. Can y'all hear me? I hope so. Anyway, if not, play it back really loud, okay? So anyway, so they can. There's lots of cool things. So there we go. They have the bigger ones at the Dollar Tree also, Joy. You need to come to the Dollar Tree. Okay. Yeah, the ones they have, the ones that you can get, there's some that are about this big, or let's see, that big compared to that. So, yeah, the C-class ones would be cool because you can still see through them. They're just going to be blue or green or whatever. And so here's the Sam I Am. And I just printed on white paper. I could very well have printed on any color paper I wanted to. I just wanted white. So here's our marbles that are all squished. And what I'm using to put my charms on with is just a jump ring. Let's see if I have any bigger ones. Get a couple of those out. While I'm here, I'm going to get a couple of beads out too. Okay. I may chase those beads around later, right? And you can use any size of jump ring as long as you can get it, whatever you're going to use to go through it, like a wire or a string or whatever. You can get that through it. And I'm going to be using a piece of wire, so I think this will be fine. And then also, so that you can glue it. Another thing you could do is make like a figure 8 with a piece of wire instead of using a jump ring, so that you had something longer. And by that, what I'm saying is, let me grab a piece of wire here. Exactly, Pam. I've seen a lot of people make names and stuff out of them. Make yourself a figure 8 is just... Okay, I don't need to cut through 2 pieces of wire. I just need to cut through the one. There we go. Okay, so you could make a figure 8 like that to use as your wire hooky oner, which I think I'll do for one and show you. And then the other one, and see, then it won't matter because you have this big old hole. Or you could make it smaller. Okay. We'll do this one for Will. He looks like he needs one of those. So that it sits like this under the marble. Okay. And the easiest thing to put this on with is the E6000. It just stays faster, quicker, holds longer. The crystal lacquer will do an okay job for this part, but if I want this to last from season to season, and I expect us to get a lot of use out of it, I'm going to use the E6000. And I'm going to stick it right there. And you see there's, hang on. Focus, please. And there it's stuck in the lacquer. Now, when this is finished, I will stick another piece of paper over this just to make this back look neater. And put some clear lacquer on it, which is kind of where I am on my Bah Humbug one. My one that just says Humbug. The back of it I stuck on a while ago, and it's on. But now I'll cut another piece of paper to go over it and glue it so you don't see this funky stuff here. Okay. So I'm going to show you gluing on a little one. Like that. Ta-da! You're wondering what I did? If I covered it, Pam? And for me, the easiest way to get these on is to kind of hold them in place with the pliers for a minute. Yeah, that one I had done just before the show started when I stuck it on there, and I hadn't taken the time to go back and cover it yet, so I would have one to cover. And these, using a jump ring for these is just really simple, but it's also very effective. I've used this for a number of projects where I needed just a bail of some sort to hold it on there, and it did great for that. So that was just going to stick like that, and it just needs to stick up a little to go through the hole it has to go through. And for these, I'm going to stick another jump ring here so that it dangles better on my little ring that I'm making. So just a little bit of lip will do you. So I'm going to do that one more time to Sam's. And actually, I think for the circles, probably those little figure eights will work better. So I'm going to make another figure eight for Sam. Yeah, E6000 is an amazing glue. It's just really super, super strong. And I made this figure eight just a little bit smaller, just to see if I like it better. Because I made that first figure eight really big. But that's okay. I made this a little bit smaller. Ta-da! So same thing. Little dab will do you. It'll be 6,000. And this one's for Sam's. I think that will look good. Alright, so let's revisit this one. It needs a cover for the back. And the easy way to cover it, I'm going to use a piece of some paper that I printed out before. Amanda ought to recognize it. And I'm just going to put this on here in the same method that I did before with my crystal lacquer. But I'm going to put it to the edge so that when I put it here, I don't have to recut it. Does that make sense? Yes, I do love this paper. You can't waste this paper. This is the best paper ever. Amanda designed this paper. This is part of her gingerbread collection. Amanda should put a link to that paper. That's some very snazzy pepper. Oops, too much. I got a little carried away with my glue placement here. Okay, and I'm going to put it right here. And because I'm going over the this, I'm gonna hold it here for just a minute. I love this paper, and there's some that has these little bitty dots. See the little bitty dots? Here they come. Hang on. Okay, they don't have little bitty dots. They have red and green dots. There we go. I love this one too. The red and green dots is probably my favorite. And then there's some with little gingerbread people on them, and there's some solids. It's just very versatile paper. It makes me happy. I like dots. Okay. And so then I'm just going to do this. Now, if I wanted to, as an added step, after I've done this, which is I'm sanding it off. Yes, it's digital paper, Pam. It's part of Amanda's DigiShop collection. This was one of her releases for December, I believe. Is once I get this on here like this, the way I want it, is then I can put a coating of crystal lacquer on the back. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for this one. The nice thing about the 3D crystal lacquer is that it'll stay where you put it. Unlike the clear cast will move all over the planet. This, I put it here, it's going to stay here. So I'm going to stick this off to the side so it can dry. Here's Will's, this first one that we did. See, this one is already, I'm holding it by its dangle. It's already on. But when this dries a little more, I'll put a circle here. And I'll probably just use my punch to put the circle in there. So, okay, so we got that part. Now, all we need left to make our ring is this mechanism here. This little wire thing, right? And you can use whatever you want to make your wire around. I used, not a medicine bottle, but I used one of these lids for one of these. I was going to see if I had something just a smidge smaller sitting here to use that might make a nicer circle, a rounder little circle. And I think, let's use this nail polish bottle. And what I'm using is some wire. This is probably about a maybe a 22, 24 inch gauge, or 22, 24 gauge wire. You just want something that when you do this, it's going to hold a shape. Okay? And yes, I think that's going to be about the perfect size for what we need. Alright, and now you need a loop and a hook. So I'm going to start on this side over here, and I'm going to make a loop, and I'm going to make a loop with, most people don't have those other pliers that I'm using, so I'm going to use the rosary pliers. These are what a lot of people have. They're the ones that are the 2 circle cones. Okay. And I'm just going to make a loop in it. And to do that, I'm going to just roll it. And then I need to turn my loop sideways. And the reason I need to turn my loop sideways is because of how it will hook together. Okay? So I have my loop turned sideways. And notice right now it's still a little open. I'm going to go ahead and close that by just bringing it on around. Sorry. So that it's closed. Okay. Now I need a hook. And you can see naturally where the hook should go. It's about right there. Because of where the loop is. So the hook should go right here naturally, right? So that it'll hook. So I'm going to take and bring this top wire back around. And stick my plier in here to make it a nice little loopy hook. Okay? Can you see that? Let me get this out of the way. Okay, can you see how I have that on my... Let's see. There. Okay. And I can pull this back this way just a smidge to make it have, you know, like a shepherd's crook in it. Okay? So when I pull it out of the plier, it makes that crook. So it's almost like I was making a figure 8, but I stopped it before it became a figure 8, if that makes sense. And so I'm going to clip it right there. And so there's our ring, guys. Do we need to see that again? Perhaps. So see, when it goes time to clip it, you just clip it and you're good. And it'll stay on your little drink thingy. You're good. Don, I'll show you later. Private. I'll give you a private lesson later, Don. Okay? Okay. So, now it's ready to thread our beads and stuff on. Yeah. So, instead of pulling everything back out of, where they're drying, because I still have my beads drying, and I will probably let these beads, well, this one I can touch. Let's see, can I touch this one? This one is stuck to the thing. Oh, here it goes. I might could do these. Hang on, let's see. I know Sam's are still drying. Let's see, how's this one doing? Let's do these. These could be fun. Looks like everything almost is dried. Oh, these have dried. My green one's not quite dry. Okay, let's go with those. And let's stick a bead on. And let's stick. Remember, I'm going to come back to this one and put a cover on it. But for right now, we're just going to dangle it so you can see it. And this size, we may could just get away with 2 beads or maybe 3. You could just do 2, and it looked pretty attractive like that. Or you could go ahead and put your 3rd one on. I think this size ring would look good with 2 little ones on each side instead of a big one. Here, let's put the pink ones on just for giggles and fun, just so you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe. The pink ones have smaller holes. Interesting. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Nope, pink ones aren't going. Okay, let's do 2 tonight. 2's good. Y'all think 2's good? Or see if we can... Now, if you wanted to do something with smaller beads like this, you would need to thread it before you made your end little hooky. Does that make sense? So if you wanted to use something that had a smaller hole that would fit on your wire, just make sure you thread these on and then put the smaller beads on before that happens. Because otherwise you're fighting going over these 2 holes here. So, but I like these. We'll have these for our mugs. And if you have the ones that are shorter, like this one is shorter, just put a 2nd jump ring here so that it'll dangle straight instead of turning this way. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to come back up here. You like your little drink charms? And ready for coffee. Yes, coffee or wine, or put them on your water goblets for tea or water. Here's Sam's pink bead. Need to stick that piece down right there. I think her pink bead turned out really pretty. And here's her green bead. Her green bead needs to dry back this way a little more because it's got a lump. So I'll help that go back down. So, but there we go. Some festive little rings. Very simple, very easy to make. Thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed making them. I always look at them and think, oh, that would be cute because they have little charms on them. And, you know, it'd be very easy. Like if Amanda wanted to make, all those little charms that she's making for her grandmother, she has some really cute little charms that she's done to make those for these. That would be very cool. Have like some little high heel shoes in different colors, or I think that would be very cool. So lots of goodies tonight. Yes, that's why I like this project, is because you could translate it into a lot of different things. So you could make the project I told you about. You could make magnets for your fridge. You could make necklaces like Joy was talking about with the pictures and the pendants and stuff. These, doing this same idea, okay, put another thing on this side and they could be a ring. All you need is some beads or wire. Bracelets, they could be links on your bracelet. These are a good thing. These are a lot of fun to play with. Little squished marbles and things. I think they would be fun with, you could have 3 that said I love you or I heart, and then put you on a big one like this, going across here with some little beads, little pink beads for Valentine's or whatever. Make cute little bracelets. Put some Shrinky Dink charms on there. That would be excellent. Yes, little pre-made rings that you could just stick that on top. So, I mean, there's tons of possibilities to do with the making of the beads. And then what gets me is this bead right here reminds me of one that I saw in one of my bead magazines probably 20 years ago. This lady had taken a paper bead, and wrapped it, fat like this one is, okay? And then she wrapped it with fibers, like gold thread, real skinny gold thread, or real shiny red thread. And then she dipped it in UT, brought it back up, put some little beads while the UT was still hot and melty. That would be cool. Make like a nice, 3/4, half, to an inch art bead, and then put some little beads beside it. That would be very, very cool. That would be excellent. What would be fun is, instead of leaving a cup, like a cup for Santa, leave him a coffee mug or a water goblet with his milk, and have a dangle for Santa. That would be very cool. So, I mean, there's so many ideas. And it started with a simple bead and a charm. So, I love hearing your ideas. Now, my question to you, did anybody go to my blog and check out my update from last week? And I had the replay there, and I had a very cha-cha template, I thought, there, so that you had 5 sizes of those balls to do. Vicki, you need to go to my blog. I moved my keyboard. Hang on. Okay, guys, I'm digging the red and green beads. I really didn't have time to stop and just make a whole bunch of red green beads, but okay. Oh, you did see that. Good. what I had done last week, I talked to you about, as part of my goals, I'm trying to um, put more templates on my blog. Like if I do something like this template that I did tonight, put that on the blog. Also put a replay and like put some pictures. So like I'll probably do several more. I will have to do more beads because it's for the pictures, right? And take some photos with the projects done and completed, so that you can see them. Hi, Raven, and get those up there in like within the week following, so that you have the replay is there on the blog, any templates that I use, and then photos of what we did. So if you like that, yes, I post if you follow me, um, if you're a fan of Leslie Ray, my blog feeds into my fan page, and also if you're a friend of mine, it feeds on my news feed, or you can just follow it. So, but yeah, it was there. They would be very cute with like that, Pam. And they're so easy. I mean, and you can make them for any color. They'd be great if you're going to make bracelets or necklaces or earrings in the school colors of your people around you. Like we'd have blue and gold ones, or red and white ones, or yellow and gold ones, and sell the fool out of stuff like that. So, absolutely. It would be cool just to make the bead kind of artsy like I was talking about, and then make that a ring. So, a lot of the stuff that I'm sending to Terry for Secura's booth is just simple jewelry things that you can do with the crystal lacquer. So, Raven, we made paper beads tonight, and we made little drink charms like this. Oops. Like this. There we go. Like this. But we weren't drinking when we made the charms, Raven. We just made charms. So. Oh, it's okay. You were making cake pops? That sounds good too. I want to make cake pops. That sounds very good. So, but we recorded it, Raven, so you can watch the replay. And I will be posting it to my blog like I did last week. So I was glad to see some of you found that and were able to take advantage of the downloads. The downloads are PDFs. All you gotta do is just print them off. Are cake balls time consuming? They're good to consume. Does that help, Pam? A lot of people just say, yes, I posted on Pinterest. When I started posting my projects on Pinterest, my traffic to my blog tripled. It was crazy. Exactly, Dawn. That's how you do that. So. Well, if nobody has any more questions. You haven't seen me where? On Pinterest? I'm Leslie Ray on Pinterest. I'm Leslie Ray everywhere. Yeah, I have a big O board. But I'm just Leslie Ray. Just regular old Leslie Ray. Just like I am everywhere else. Here. Let's see. I don't have my Google up. Hang on. Hang on, Joy. I'll give you a link to my page. Maybe. If Pinterest is going to be up today. Let's see. Pinterest has been doing weird things lately. It for about a month it said I had 250 followers, which I've had more than that for a long time. And today it says I have 202 followers. So either I cheesed off 48 people or Pinterest has lost its little mind when it comes to that. I don't know. But there's my Pinterest link. I guess I should add that to my stuff. I am going to, even though my blog says that to upload your links to my stuff until tomorrow, I'm going to go in there tonight and extend that for those of you who are making holiday handmade gifts.
I said, shut up.
And see what, see what everybody is doing.
She's kicking me.
And so my Leslie Ray's Crafty Holiday Handmade Holiday Challenge is on my blog. It's at the very top of that. If you have any place that you can host your pictures, do so. If you don't, you can email me. My email is leslieray@nctv.com, and I will post them on my Facebook and then link them up. There you go. So Joy, if you want to show me what you've made, email it to me and I'll post it on there. They don't show pictures, they just show links to it, so it'll just go back to my Facebook page and people can see it and enjoy your projects and your crafts. That's super. I still don't have it on my blog though, Amanda, and you've done several projects. So anyway, you can find Leslie Ray's Crafty Gig every second and fourth Friday of the month at 8 p.m. here on my Facebook. I mean, not my Facebook. Well, I'm on Facebook too, but on Ustream. You can follow me at leslieray.blogspot.com or on my fan page, Leslie Ray's fan page on Facebook. And I'm Leslie Ray on Twitter. And apparently I need to update this to say I'm Leslie Ray on Pinterest as well. And most of what I use tonight, you can't find at cutandpastememories.com because it's just some markers and some wire. But I think Mom at one time said she was going to try to start carrying our Secura 3D crystal lacquer. And most nights I use everything on cutandpastememories.com. Yes, Joy, all of my fan pages and everything, and even a link to my Pinterest, I believe, is on my blog. So you can find me anywhere and everywhere, always and forever. Don't forget, in the new year, I will be, as always, second and fourth, but also on the third Friday of the month, I will be doing a show strictly related to scrapbooking. And we'll be scrapbooking, and that's part of my challenge to myself. And I will extend that challenge to all of you to come scrapbook with me and make some pages for 2012, because gosh knows I think I did 3 pages, and I think y'all saw them when I did them. So I got to do some scrapbooking this year to catch up for certain. But there you go. I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a cool Yule, Happy Festivus, Happy Kwanzaa. I'm probably missing somebody, but I wish you a happy holiday. Spend it with the ones you love. And have a very, very, very happy New Year. Thank you for coming.